Hi, this is Will Penny. Just wanted to take a couple of minutes to review a situation that we have behind the scenes that will hopefully help you as a buyer in the future. So when you're buying a house, there's quite a lot of paperwork that you're going to need to sign. And one of the forms that we provide our buyers as an aid to help them and protect their best interests is called a walkthrough addendum. And a walkthrough addendum basically allows the buyer between 3 and 5 days prior to the closing date to walk through the house again to make sure that there's been no adverse changes, and also to make sure they get a chance to look at any repairs that may have been done. So we always try to get the buyer in as early as possible before the closing so that we have time to address anything and that we're not scrambling at the end. So one of our agents was working with her buyer client, and the transaction was supposed to close last Monday. And we were trying to get the buyer to do a walkthrough the previous Wednesday. We always try to do them during the week. That way, if something comes up, we can do something about it. So she was trying to get the buyer to do the walkthrough on the Wednesday, but they were really busy with work, like a lot of people are. So they pushed it towards the end of the week, and they said that they couldn't do the walkthrough until Saturday. So the buyer was supposed to be signing their final documents on Monday, the following Monday, for the transaction to record. So they went over there on Saturday, and the house was empty, and everything was fine, except there was a loose gutter that was supposed to have been connected, and it wasn't done. And it was just an oversight. So the buyer wasn't happy about that. He said he was going to talk to his wife and let us know. So he waited until Sunday then to send us an email, and he wanted to hold up the closing because that gutter wasn't done. So obviously, it's important that the gutter gets fixed, but holding up the closing just causes all sorts of problems because his mortgage documents are dated for the Monday. The seller's expecting the deed to record on Monday. Everything's lined up for that Monday. So it's not just insurance is dated for that Monday. Utilities were dated for that Monday. So holding up the closing just wasn't a reasonable solution. So we were able to scramble and get the gutter thing fixed, I believe. But the moral to the story is the reason we have that walkthrough addendum is to protect the buyer. So we wanted to do the walkthrough on a Wednesday, so that way if we would have noticed the gutter on a Wednesday, we would have had 2 days to contact the seller's agent, to get the contractor back out, to get that gutter fixed. And then it would have been resolved, and we could have closed on Monday with no issues and a lot less stress to the buyer. So basically, if you're buying a house, keep that in mind. The walkthrough addendum is a really helpful piece of paper, but only if you use it properly so that you actually have time to address anything if, in fact, something comes up. The good news is usually there aren't problems after a walkthrough, but when there is one, you want to make sure that you've got enough time before the closing to get it resolved. So hopefully this behind-the-scenes information helps you, and we're here to help, and have a great day.